2 is... Oh, wait a minute. Check it out. I made it myself. Deadpool 2 is here, and it's a sequel to the incredibly successful original Deadpool film that was released in 2016. And this film basically revolves around the story of Deadpool, who teams up with the X-Force, a carbon copy of the X-Men team, but in a very funny and very, very likable way. But the X-Force tries to team up to save this boy known as Russell, who is apparently going to be attacked by this man who's from the future known as Cable. I knew this movie was going to be great from the start, considering I love the first Deadpool, but this movie really, really surprised me. Honestly, Deadpool 2 is one of the best movies of the year. And after I saw this movie yesterday, I thought about this movie, and I thought hard about this. I think Deadpool 2, along with the first Deadpool, are two of some of my favorite comedy films. And usually, I'm about to say something that I don't usually say to sequels. I don't usually say that sequels are better than the original. There are sequels that live up to the originals, but there are a few films where I could see that sequels are better than the original, but I will almost never say that sequels are better than the original. Honestly, Deadpool 2, in my opinion, is better than the first. And honestly, I think Deadpool 2 made me laugh a lot more than the first Deadpool. The jokes were actually very relatable and funny. And for some reason, the jokes never got boring. I laughed at the majority of the jokes that were in the entire runtime of this film. And it was a lot of fun. And there's just this one joke in this movie that absolutely sent me to heaven. Oh my god. I'm not going to spoil what the joke is, but Deadpool sort of makes like a DC reference joke. It had me weak. Ryan Reynolds is a legend in this movie. I can't really see anyone else playing him as the role. He is fantastic in this movie, and I think he's better in this movie, a lot better than he was in the first. In the first, he was great. In this one, they just stepped the level up. They really did. Great job, Ryan. You did a great job. And other actors returned in this film, like T.J. Miller. He was also pretty great in this movie. And I don't know why, but I thought I found him a little more likable in this movie than the first Deadpool. Because in the first Deadpool, I didn't really know his character. After seeing him in this movie, I was like, oh, he's back? Wow. And I liked this character a little bit more than him in the first movie. And I found that very relevant while I was at this screening. Stefan Kapicic returns as Colossus, and he is really, really funny in this movie. And there are some laughs that got me in the first movie. In this movie, I think he had some funny moments, and there was something about this character. It was sort of charming, and I don't want to go in detail about why this character felt charming, but it was actually very relevant to the story and the advice that he was giving to Deadpool and stuff like that. It was really, really relevant to the story. Really relevant. But I'm just going to say there's a scene that got me literally sometime after the first act of this film. Somewhere like the beginning of the film, literally. And I'm not going to say what it is, but it's sort of one of those things that I experienced like in the movie Up. Like in the beginning of the movie, where Carl Fredricksen lost his wife. I forgot, Ellie. Yeah, that's what his wife's name was. This sort of, what happens in the first act revolves around the events from Up and stuff like that, and I'm not really going to go in detail. If you guys seen the movie, you obviously know what I'm talking about, but I was like, that feeling gave me that gave me the feeling of, this movie just started. Why are you making me cry, Deadpool 2? Why? Honestly, guys, this movie blew me away a lot more than the first movie did, and I'm being completely serious. I I can't believe that I'm about to say this. I actually think Deadpool 2 is a comedy/action masterpiece. There wasn't really one scene that I thought was tacked off. There wasn't one itty-bitty thing in this movie that I thought was out of place. Not one. Not one thing. Not one. Not one. And some things that I liked about Deadpool 2, that I really liked about Deadpool 2, is that they remind you about some callbacks and some events that they might have had in the first Deadpool movie. That no spoilers that I'm going to say, but there's a scene in this movie that revolves around a chase sequence that really connects of the chase sequence that occurred in the first Deadpool movie, and it's fantastic. And just like the first Deadpool film, this film is extremely self-aware of what it is. It knows what it is, and it succeeds very, very well. And I loved it for that. The things that Deadpool would make fun of. And if you guys go see Deadpool 2, do not leave right when the credits pop up. Stay for the ending of the credits. It has to be one of the best credits I've seen in any movie. My God, I love this entire experience. The credits just made me love this movie a lot more. This film was great. Now let's talk about the character of Russell, or Fire Fist, played by Julian Dennison. Excellent in this movie. This is a really great child actor performance, and the relationship between Deadpool and Russell in this movie it's really strong, and Deadpool starts to figure that out afterwards, like the events of between him and Cable, because Cable doesn't really have sympathy for this character at all. Like, he basically wants him dead. And at first, Deadpool, you could tell while watching this film that Deadpool didn't really care about Russell, but as the film progresses, all of that changes, and it affects the film. I'm not going to spoil what happens in the ending of this movie, but the things, it sort of tugged to my heartstrings. It really did. It really did. The things that happened near the ending of this movie really did get me. It tugged to my heartstrings. I didn't cry, but I still found it somewhat charming and hilarious. But I'm pretty sure Deadpool fans are going to be highly satisfied with Deadpool 2. It's such a great sequel to its very successful predecessor. It has great laughs, great action scenes, great characters, and it's such a great time at the movies. If you're making a must-see movies list for 2018, you gotta see Deadpool 2. I'm surprised how much this movie blew me away, and that I thought this movie was better than the original film. It's honestly insane. You guys, I honestly didn't think this movie would be that great. I honestly can't believe I'm about to say this. Deadpool 2 gets an A+. Beforehand, I gave only one A+ to a movie that was released this year, Annihilation. And I gave another A+ to Deadpool 2. Two movies that were released in 2018. I only gave two of them A+. Wow. I really can't wait to see how many other movies that are coming out this year will be just as much good as those two films. But I saw a lot of pretty other good films too this year. A couple of other good films. Great films, actually. Love, Simon, Avengers Infinity War. Fantastic films. Even if I didn't find them perfect, they still deserve to be watched. And I can't wait to see a lot of other films this year. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of Deadpool 2. Please check this out. Please check this out. That's if you're old enough, at least. If you're not old enough, don't go see this. I mean, unless your parents will let you see it, then yeah, I guess let them take you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my review of Deadpool 2. You guys are the best. Love every single one of you. Don't miss this film in theaters. This is one of the best sequels to any movie, in my opinion. Any modern day film. And I think it's actually better than the original film. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my movie reviews. You guys are the best. Love everything I want to do. Look forward to more movie reviews that I will be doing. And you guys rock. And thank you guys. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be at 400 subscribers soon. It's because of you guys. Love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out always and my movie reviews and other content that I make. Hopefully I can make other content sometime because I'm usually busy. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520 and I will see you next time. Peace out.